welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Maddie. I make a ton of college videos and other lifestyle type of videos. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a how to survive your freshman year of college tips and tricks. I finished my first year of college at San Diego State University, and I thought that I had a bunch of tips and tricks to give you guys on how to survive your freshman year. These are a bunch of things that I either used or some of my friends used that I wish I would have done, and I found that they were very helpful and things that just helped me get through my first year of college. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe down below if you guys want to see more of my face. So as usual, grab a snack, relax, and let's get into today's video. So I came up with about 10 to 15 tips and tricks that I have to share with you guys. So I'm just going to kind of talk about them and tell you guys how they help me and hopefully how they can help you guys as well. So the first tip that I had to give you guys is something that I think I mentioned in my what to bring to college or things not to bring to college video, but it is just to bring a card holder or keychain, something kind of like this. I think I had showed you guys this exact one. This one is from Kate Spade, and what I really like about it is it hooks onto your guys' keys, and it has a little zipper so you guys can unzip it and hold all of your cards, money, and everything like that. Most of the time in college, you guys are going to have a little like key or ID or type of thing you guys are going to need to swipe in to get into certain buildings or to show to get into your guys' dorm. I know for me, I had to literally use my red ID for everything. It was used to get into my dorm. I had to show it at certain school events. A lot of people also like to have card holders, which are like little card holders that you put on the back of your phone, and I don't have my phone near me so I can't show you guys, but I'll try to insert a picture, and it's like a little like sticky thing that you stick on the back of your iPhone, and you guys can put cards in it as well. They gave a bunch of them free away at our school, so people were always using those. Another good tip that I have to give you guys is to tie your guys' key around your wrist, and what I mean by that is if you guys have a room key, I know for our dorms at school, all of them are used with an actual key to open the door. A lot of them aren't with like actual cards to swipe. I know for me, I didn't do this just because I always had my keys on me, which had my little like keychain, my card keys, and my room key. So that was the one thing I always carried on me, and then I had it around a lanyard so I could wear it. But if you guys don't like to have a bunch of keys with you at all times, and you guys can just use a little card holder and then a little thing around your wrist to hold your key. The nice thing is that your guys' key will never get lost because it's always on your wrist. It may not be super fashionable and your wrist may turn green, but at least you guys will have a key and won't have to pay $150 to get a new one. The third tip that I have for you guys is to use a planner, and I think I have literally said this in most of my college tips videos, but I can't stress it to you guys enough how helpful a planner is. This is my planner right here. I have a bunch of stickers on it, and I got it from Target, and I literally use it for everything. I have things written out literally everywhere, things that I have to do, things that I have to do. I highlight things as I do it. I love to use the month preview as well as the daily preview whenever it comes to like school assignments and stuff like that. I think I had also mentioned in another video that I always use my little whiteboard calendar as well to write down things so I can see it every day. But other than that, my planner is on me at all times. I take it with me to work. I take it with me to class. It is always there. I have all of my video ideas planned out, everything I need to be filming. I have days that I work. I have all of my class schedules and everything in it. So it is so helpful, and I definitely recommend getting a planner. It will help you guys so much in college. The next tip that I have goes along with a planner. It is to add your guys' syllabi into your planner once you get them. So the first week of class, your professors are going to give you guys a syllabus, and the syllabus just gives an overview of the class, the expectations, the grading scale, as well as the due dates of every single assignment. And the biggest tip that I can give you guys is whenever you get that syllabus to transfer all of the due dates onto your guys' planner. I can't tell you guys how many times I had went to class and my professor said, hey guys, there's going to be a midterm next week, and so many kids looked around and had no idea that we were going to have one. So if you guys have it written down in your planner, you guys most likely are always going to see it and know when it's coming up, so you guys can better prepare for it. The next thing is to get an organizational backpack, and by this I mean getting a backpack with a bunch of organizational features. For me, I personally use a North Face backpack, and I will try to insert a picture of one on the screen, but my backpack just has a laptop compartment, a big compartment, and then a smaller little front pouch where I can put a bunch of pens, pencils, and then I have a little zipper in there that I can put like chargers and stuff. And it's just much nicer because some backpacks just have like the big main zipper and then you just throw everything in there. Especially in college, you guys just always want to be able to just open up your backpack and get something out. If your professor tells you to pull out a piece of paper and a pen, you don't want to be searching through your backpack for 10 minutes trying to find a piece of paper and a pen and disrupt everyone next to you. So it's just nice to have everything in a certain compartment and have it organized so you guys will never have problems finding anything. The next tip or trick that I have for you guys is to bring going out shoes. What I mean by this is that going out to things like parties, events, tailgates, anything like that, your guys' shoes most likely are going to get ruined. I can't tell you guys how many times I wore shoes that looked cute or matched my outfit to tailgates, and the next day I would look at them and they were trashed. People don't care in college. They throw cups and plates and just everything all over the floor. It's disgusting. There's spilt alcohol, spilt drinks, just everything all over the floor. You guys don't know what you're stepping in. Sometimes there's throw up on the floor. It's just really gross. So just to have a pair of shoes that you guys can wear out and you don't really care about getting dirty is a good idea, because then you guys will never have to worry about your shoes getting ruined or keeping them clean. The next tip I have for you guys is pretty self-explanatory, but it is go to class. And I know what you guys are probably thinking, obviously you're gonna go to class, but I'm telling you guys, when you get to college, it is so hard to go to class sometimes. I know for me, if I felt like I really wasn't benefiting much from the class and I could better teach myself at home or online or watch the lectures online, I wouldn't go to class. And that's probably one of my biggest regrets, because then on the test I'd kind of be confused, because sometimes there's things on the test that aren't on the online lectures or in the book that your professor's telling you in class that would be nice to know. Sometimes they also change up questions or give extra credit questions, and it's just nice to be informed and know what's always going on, especially if you're there in class to find it out. You guys are paying to get your degree, and college classes are not cheap, so why waste your money and not go and fail a class? My next tip or trick is to use Rate My Professor. This is one of my favorite things to use. I didn't really know this existed until my second semester of college, but it's a website where you guys can see the ratings of a professor and kind of see what their class is all about. Basically, kids who take the class write reviews on the professor, give an overall rating of them, and then kind of just describe what their class is about. You guys can find out if it's test heavy, if the book is really used or not, if the professor is a good teacher, if it's a lot of homework, if it's a lot of essays, tests, anything like that. It kind of just gives you a student's perspective, because sometimes hearing it from other faculty or other staff members might not be the most helpful. So if you hear it from another student who actually took the class before you, it's nice to kind of get an overview and get their opinion on what they think about the class. Every single time that I am building my schedule or getting ready to take a new class, I always look at the ratings on Rate My Professor to see if the teacher is a good professor and if people really like them and if they really know how to do their job. If you guys have a good professor who knows what they're doing and knows how to teach, then it's going to make the subject so much more interesting and make it so much easier to learn. The next piece of advice that I have for you guys is to meet with your advisors. I know for me, I'm in a program called EOP, and I know a lot of schools have that, so if you guys are able to get into it, I really recommend it. I have my own personal advisor or counselor that works with just me. Sometimes it's hard to get in that exact week and you have to be pushed back a few weeks in order to see somebody, and you're not always guaranteed to meet with the same advisor. But I definitely recommend taking advantage of meeting with advisors, because they're there to help you guys. They will tell you if you guys are on the right track, what classes to take next, and just give you guys overall advice and just help whenever it comes to studying and being successful in all of your guys' classes. My next tip is to do extra credit, even if it's just 0.1%. Just do it. Extra credit will make such a big difference. It can literally bump your grade up from like an A- to an A, or like a B- to a B. I'm telling you guys, it is so helpful. There's times where I've not done extra credit and I just needed a couple extra points in order to get me up to an A or a B, and I wish I would have done it, because it just helps you and gives you those extra boosts of points that you guys need. And most likely, if a professor sees you guys putting in that effort and wanting a good grade, sometimes if it's such a really low percentage, they'll just bump you up. I know in my case, I had a B- in one of my classes, and my professor saw that I put an effort to all my homework. I did the extra credit. My test scores weren't that great, but I was still putting in effort, and they ended up bumping me up to an A, which made such a big difference on my transcript. So I really recommend doing the extra credit and showing your professor that you guys care and want to put in that extra work, because if you guys get in a situation like me, most of the time they will bump your guys' grade up because they see all the work and effort that you guys are putting into the class. The next piece of advice is to do your research before you buy your textbook. And I know freshmen make this mistake all the time. I am guilty of it. You guys get your book list a couple weeks before class and think those are all of the books that you guys need. And you don't. Make sure you guys go to class the first week and figure out what books you actually need. I know for me, my professor had 4 books required. on the book list that we needed, and I ended up going to class that week and we only needed one, so I ended up saving hundreds of dollars. And if you guys do need certain required textbooks, don't go through the bookstore. Go on websites like Amazon, Chegg, and just rent the textbooks, because you guys will save so much money. You guys can return them at the end of the semester, and it's just so much cheaper, because if you guys buy books from the bookstore, they are so expensive, and a lot of the time it's hard to like sell them back to people, where if you just rent them, you guys can just return them and not have to worry about them, and it's just going to be a quarter of the cost. Along with that advice, I would also recommend to try and find a job. There are so many opportunities where you guys can get an on-campus job. A lot of the times people are just looking for students who just want to get a few extra hours a week. You don't have to work full-time, but just have a part-time job in order to have that extra income is super, super nice. And the last piece of advice that I can give you guys is to get out and study. Don't study in your room. I know for me, I study best when I'm at the library or in Starbucks, or I'm outside studying. If I just sit in my room and study, I'm most likely not going to do it. If I'm in the comfort of my own home, I'm just going to lay in bed and watch Netflix or take a nap or just get distracted by something else. I just feel more motivated if I get up and I go out somewhere. I know for me, I studied so much in the library and I studied so much in Starbucks. Starbucks was literally my go-to place. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I gave you guys some good tips and pieces of advice for you guys to take into your guys' freshman year of college. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in next time's video. Bye guys! Let me fuck you right.